Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And we are working on our special event for Father's Day. We are coming up with a list of books you might want to read if you're looking for bad dads.
Bad dads, Father's Day.
There are some really bad dads out there.
Bad dads. We were actually going to do good dads, but there weren't that many good dads in YA, so we came up with some bad ones.
Because they're more fun.
Yeah, more fun.
Okay, so I guess I will start from the bottom. We'll start from 5 and work our way up to 1. So my bottom one is called Troll Hunters by Daniel Kraus and Guillermo del Toro. This book is super gross, and it is about trolls, and it is about hunting them. Bad dad enters because his brother is kidnapped when he is young, so he knows that there are trolls out there or something. He doesn't know that they're specifically trolls, but he knows that there's something creepy out there. So basically, he takes all of these steps to save his son from ever getting taken by these trolls. So there's like locks, and the kid can't go anywhere, and it's just like super restrictive and totally crazy. So he's not a good dad.
Bad dad. My number 5 is King Clarkson from the selection. And if anybody has read this selection, which is about a group of girls who go to the palace to compete to win the prince's heart, King Clarkson, who is Prince Maxon's father, is a bad dad. He is abusive and mean and manipulative and tries to destroy America and Maxon's undying love. Bad dad.
He's a bad dad.
Bad dad.
So my number 4 is I Hunt Killers by Barry Lyga. This one is about a child of a serial killer who tries to model his son in the ways of being a serial killer. So I'm thinking if you're trying to teach your children about becoming a serial killer.
And Billy Dent was my number 1 bad dad because he literally taught his son how to butcher the dog.
Yeah, he's a bad dad.
Bad dad. My number 4 is Dillard Early from Serpent King, which a lot of people haven't read Serpent King, and it's actually an awesome book about a boy also named Dillard whose father has gone to prison. He was a Pentecostal minister, like with the snakes and everything, and he got caught up in a child pornography scandal, which makes him a bad dad. But he also tried to get his son to take the fall because his son was only 17, so the punishment would have been a lot less for Dill. And so throughout the book, Dill has to go visit his father in prison, and his father is manipulative and evil and made him play with snakes and looked at inappropriate pictures. So he's a bad dad.
That sounds completely terrible, but kind of really awesome.
Great book, one of the best books of the year so far. You should totally read it.
Definitely. Okay.
And that book's by Jeff Zentner, by the way.
Jeff Zentner. Okay. So my number 3 is Stuck in Neutral by Terry Truman. This was on the Prince list. And it is about a 17-year-old guy that has cerebral palsy, and he can't move any of his limbs, like of his free will. They do move, but not because of him. Anyway, it's a super hard life. He has a photographic memory, but nobody actually knows that he's in there, intelligent, can see and understand everything, just because he has no way of actually expressing it to the world. So, super spoiler alert, sorry, super spoiler alert, but the dad kind of considers the value of his son's life and considers the value of it. I'll just stop there. But I'm sorry if my dad is thinking about killing me. I might
Bad dad.
think he's the greatest.
So my number 3 bad dad is Valentine Morgenstern from the Mortal Instruments series, which Sarah's not a fan of. However, but Valentine did try to take over the world, kill all the humans, and rise up against the clave and destroy everything. He killed a lot of people, tried to kill his son. Not tried to kill his son, tried to kill the person who thought he was his son, tried to kill his daughter, put his wife in that whole kidnapped his wife, the whole thing. The coma thing she actually did to herself. You have to read the book. But Valentine, bad dad.
Just can't even. Okay, so my number 2 is Okay for Now by Gary D. Schmidt. Perfect tween book, perfect for tween boys, which is very hard to come by. But anyway, it's funny. It's historical because it's like set kind of, I believe it's like the 60s or the 50s. But anyway, the main character's dad is abusive. So abusive dad equals bad dad.
Bad dad. My number 2 bad dad is similar to that because it's not really abuse but neglect, and that's all those random YA dads and paranormal romances. And you know who I'm talking about, like the dad from Mercy Falls or the dad from Twilight, who don't notice that their daughter is sneaking out in the middle of the night to hook up with a vampire or lets a guy sleep over in the room because they're just that neglective they don't notice. Bad dad. And there are more. There's only two that come top of my head, but there are a lot of them. Bad dads, random paranormal romance dad.
Well, maybe teens are just really good at sneaking out. I'm just saying.
Didn't know the boy was sleeping in the bed through the whole book series. Bad dad.
Okay, so then my top bad dad book is Find Me by Romilly Bernard. I know this is a spoiler. I'm sorry, but the dad is bad. He enters into it. I won't get into how he enters into it, but basically the book is about a girl who finds a journal from one of her classmates that says find me, and she's missing, and the main character uses her hacking skills to kind of figure out what's going on. Actually, all of her dads are bad because her dad is currently in prison because he's a part of the mob and uses her computer hacking skills. So yeah, oh, that poor girl. So both of her dads are really bad.
And like I said, my number one, once again, Billy Dent from the I Hunt Killer series by Barry Lyga. Serial killer, butchered girls, tried to teach his son the ways of the game, literally made him cut apart the dog. There was a whole thing with mom and sexual abuse and bad dad parenting, bad karma, Billy Dent. Bad dad. Great book though. Great book, but bad dad.
All right, do you want to go through your list all together?
So my top 5 bad dads is King Clarkson from The Selection. Number 4 is Dillard Early from Serpent King by Jeff Zentner. Zentner. Again, if you haven't read it, great book. 3, Valentine from Mortal Instruments. 2, random dad and paranormal romance books. And number 1, Billy Dent from the I Hunt Killer series.
Okay, so my books with the bad dads are Troll Hunters by Daniel Kraus and Guillermo del Toro as 5. 4 is I Hunt Killers by Barry Lyga. 3 is Stuck in Neutral by Terry Truman. 2 is Okay for Now by Gary D. Schmidt. And 1 is Find Me by Romilly Bernard.
And those are our list of bad dads. And
but have a good Father's Day to those who are
Day.
who are actually good dads.
Yeah.
So, all right, adios.
Bye.